with Lexington Locals, and today I get to be here with Battle Road Bikes and Jim C, the owner. So, and we are on the bike path. How about that? You put your bike shop on a bike path.
It's awesome.
Pretty smart.
Yep.
So, what made you open a bike shop?
So I've been involved in bikes and in the bike industry for a long time. I love bikes. I started with BMX bikes, mountain bikes, touring cross country, and working as a messenger, as a tour guide, the whole nine. I've done the whole nine. So it was sort of a natural fit. I was working for a while at Ride Studio Cafe in Lexington Center, and as they sort of fizzled out due to the pandemic, it was a natural fit to kind of fill a niche that I felt like was being left open at that point.
Okay, so do you specialize in any kind of bike? What is your focus?
We specialize in several different types of things that you're not going to find other places. Primarily, though, we specialize in repairs and e-bikes, but we also do high-end mountain road touring, retro style bikes, and then also American made and small builders.
Okay, all right. So who is your customer? Like, who shows up here? Like, middle-aged couple, I come in, I want my e-bike now?
We do have a lot of that. We
Okay.
have a lot of kids.
Okay.
Honestly, we do BMX bikes. We are working this year with a skate park in Taunton to offer overnights and trips. We do trips out of here where we do overnights where we go for rides, and we're introducing family-friendly ones this year as well.
So take me through, what does that look like?
That would basically be, we host a clinic beforehand where we talk about the types of things that you would need to bring with you, tents, camping gear, things that you would want to carry by bike. And then we ride out and we set up, and then we would ride back the next day. Last year when we did it, we rode from here, we stopped at Walden Pond, and then we went out to Acton, Camp Acton, and camped out overnight. And that was sub 24 hours. We left here at 5 in the afternoon, and we were back the next day by 10 in the morning.
Wow, that sounds fun. But I have to carry my own tent on my bike.
That is the idea. So this is bike packing. We have an intro to bike packing clinic, and generally for the family-friendly bike packing one, it's going to be a little bit shorter distance. But the idea is that we get our kids together, and our kids have a great time, and it's something that they carry with them into the future.
Nice. That sounds fun.
I hope so.
So what's your favorite part about biking?
Right now, we are in the process of starting up the after-school suspension mountain bike team, which is a youth mountain bike team for the area. So we are a shop sponsor, and this is the 5th or 6th season that they've done it, and I'm really focused on the kids right now. I'm making sure the kids are having a good time and are riding safely and have the things that they need. So that's where my focus is at the moment, and that's sort of what's getting me stoked these days.
Okay.
But I love folks who come in and are like, the gas prices are crazy. Do you have something that can help me? And we have e-bikes here that it's really easy. We have one lady who just started riding e-bikes, and just this month she's put over 200 miles on it. She's like, I haven't ridden it that much. And you're like,
wow.
Yeah, you have. So
Wow.
it's great to see people doing more than they think they can do.
Right.
Easily.
Yeah. All right. So what else should people know about your shop?
Well, you should know that we're family friendly. We are budget conscious. We're trying to get you onto something that is within your budget and does what you need it to do. We do tremendously good repairs. All of the folks that we have working on bikes here have been involved in the industry professionally for over a decade. So in just the 3 people that we have here today, we have almost 60 years of experience.
Wow.
So we love what we do. We've been doing it for a while, and we have a decent amount of experience.
So if I had a bike that I didn't purchase here, obviously, I can still bring it in for repairs?
Of course.
Like
yes.
tune-ups too?
Yes.
Even if it's not a really expensive bike?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
actually, it would probably really improve the way that it rides, because our tune-ups will, a lot of times we'll find things that little things that are going to make very big differences on your bike. You're going to feel faster. It's going to take less effort in order to ride the same distance. So I would definitely recommend a tune-up if you haven't had that done on your bike in a while.
Okay. All right.
Right now, we are in spring. We are getting ready to come into the bicycle season.
Right.
So if you're looking for any bike work to be done, I would say the sooner that you can get it in, the better.
Okay. All right.
So we start, once we get into the season, we start having 1 to 2 week wait times on repairs.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So, should we go inside and see some of your cool bikes?
Let's do it.
All
Come on
right.
in.
Let's do it. Can you hold this up for me? This bike caught my eye because I was thinking, oh, would I put my coffee cup here?
You sure would.
Would you?
Yeah, coffee cup, water bottle, whatever you want to in here, your purse,
All right.
anything that you want to carry on this. You also have a rack for your bag. This is a little 3-speed that is part of our rental fleet. We have a rental fleet for folks who are coming into town and want to be able to ride the bike path. So these guys start at about $25 for a half day and $40 for a full day, and they come with lights and a lock and a helmet, the whole nine.
Yeah.
We are gearing up to try and do tours in the next year or so.
Oh, nice.
But we are having currently, because of the pandemic, we are having issues securing an entire fleet of any specific type of bike. But we would like to do regular bikes and then also some e-bikes on tours. So,
Fun. And how long of the tour, what are you envisioning the tour would be?
well, the idea is that we would do 2 or 3 different options. One would be like a shorter, like half day, 3 to 4 hour tour, but it would be about 7 to 10 miles, where we would just ride around. We'd point out some historical sites, and then we'd stop and look at the lawn, the battle green, the whole nine. So like, and then a longer one that would actually go along the national park, the Minuteman National Park, and then ride back around. And then ideally, possibly a choose your own adventure, where we maybe do some trails in the across Lexington system, or some other road routes.
Okay. So on that, what kind of bike would you take on those trails?
That would probably be something like a gravel bike or a mountain style bike.
Okay.
Those guys might be what you would want for that.
So that is actually something that you would use on trails?
This would be for dirt trails, yep,
Okay.
and gravel, very light mountain bike trails.
Okay.
Something with the bigger tires, something with shocks would be for choose your own adventures that are more mountain biking, right? So, and we do offer rides. We have an events board, and we have a calendar on our page where we have rides, we have clinics. We even link to some of the town events, including the classes, the safety cycling skills, and the other classes that the town does.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You want to show me the electric bike, like that one for?
I'd
What is that?
love to.
I love that bike.
So this is the Remy Demi. This is by Benno.
Okay.
This is a cool little pedal assist bike. This is class 3, so it goes up to about 28 miles an hour, but you have to be pedaling.
Okay.
When you turn this on, you also get a headlight and a tail light.
Okay.
And these are traditional wheels, so they just come right out, instead of some of the electric bikes where you have to disconnect a whole bunch of things and the motor is in the wheel.
Okay.
The motor is in the middle of the frame. So very well balanced, easy to step through, nice big footprint on the ground, and enough air that this is really cushy to ride on. Super, super fun.
But, so would you take it on the street? I mean, these tires are so like, doesn't matter?
This would be great for, yes, great street bike, great for potholes, great for any of that stuff. You can handle everything on this bike.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Hydraulic disc brakes, the whole nine. These guys work really, really well. We have electric bikes that run from about $1,300 up to about $4,000 and everywhere in between. So if you're interested in electric bikes, come on by. We can show you the differences. some of the reasons that some are more expensive than others, and we can point all that stuff out. This is going to be sort of where we get into, we talked a little bit about camping. This is an off-road bike packing bike. So you can hang all of your bags on this that you want to do. This is more of a traditional road/touring bike. So if you were, same with this one. This is a single speed, designed initially for tracks, for velodromes, and then here we have another type of mountain off-road touring style bike.
Huh. Would you ever take a mountain bike on a regular street?
You could, for sure, yes. Yeah, so these are going to give you a much bigger footprint on the ground than a traditional road tire, and generally it's a much more relaxed position, so you're not quite as aggressive as you would be on a bike that's designed specifically for riding roads. But you might want to change the tires, because mountain bikes have all those little knobs on them that are designed to give you really good grip in the dirt, and it's kind of like running in cleats. You get much more purchase in the dirt than you do on the road and on asphalt. So something like this is where we have a wider tire, like a mountain bike width tire, but then a flatter surface.
Okay, all right.
So
it doesn't matter how wide the tire is, it's just more about how knobby it is and stuff.
Sort of, yes. So
In the simplest terms.
yes.
Yeah, bikes are not what they used to. And you have some cool kid bikes over here
We
too.
have some awesome stuff. Some of the things I'd like to point out
Okay, yeah, sure.
that is kind of not traditional.
Okay.
We do have a selection of autographed posters and books, some by local authors who write about Boston's cycling renaissance. We import our own nuts and our own coffee beans, but then we also have a wide selection of everything else that you would need in order to get your bike going, from tools and pumps and tires and locks and lights to different grips and handlebar tape and saddles, the whole nine. Saddles are extremely important. So if you can get those, if you can get the right saddle, you're gonna love riding.
Right, that is the key, right? So is it true though that you kind of have to like ride for 3 days to have your butt stop hurting?
It does help to break in, to get used to the saddle that you have.
Okay.
I can't guarantee that a saddle is gonna be the right fit for your butt. You might still, if you've been riding it for a week and you still are having issues, you might want to try a different saddle.
Okay.
So we generally work with people. We sell a saddle. If it doesn't work with you in a couple days, bring it back by. We can figure it out, put the price towards something else, and get you on a saddle that works.
Okay.
Okay?
But officially, your butt should stop hurting.
Your butt is supposed to feel great. The saddle is supposed to disappear under your butt.
Okay.
So that's what happens when everything's working right.
Going right? All right.
Yes.
Oh.
So this is the team, the local team that we sponsor, After School Suspension, and we coach these guys, the kids team.
What ages?
This is going to be, After School Suspension is 10 to 18.
Okay,
So
big stretch.
pretty wide range. We have 50 kids on that team.
Wow.
So it's a big team. So
where do you ride?
we oftentimes will ride in landlocked forest, or we'll ride over in Beaverbrook, that kind of area.
How about these kids bikes over here? This is really cool.
So we do everything from kids BMX and kids regular town bikes. The BMX is something that I'm very excited about. We're going to be introducing BMX overnights, so we will be doing trips with kids. Occasionally we do sell some used bikes, but then we also have single speeds and adult BMX bikes.
Oh, is that what that is? That funky one?
Yeah, that's what these guys are.
Okay.
So,
interesting.
Yeah, some very, very neat bikes here. So
you don't need to be afraid if you're not a biker. You can come in here. It's not intimidating. People will help you. And
I hope not.
Okay.
Our whole idea is that we want to make the whole process of riding a bicycle as easy, as simple, and as pain-free as possible. So that way you can come in, we can work with you to find what image you have of you riding a bike in your head and try and match that as realistically with a bike that is available and fits you correctly.
Nice.
Okay?
That sounds good. Sounds really good. Well, I thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I
Nice
appreciate
to
it,
get
Beth.
to see everything here.
Yeah.
Love it.
And thank you guys. Have a rad St. Patty's Day.
Oh, yes. Go Irish.